Howdy, Forklift here. Got another deck for you today. We got a sweet one. This is a Temur Elemental Yorn deck that I've been working on. It's pretty similar to some lists like this that were floating around in Standard when these cards were kind of more featured in there, but this is now it in Historic. I've been doing some testing with this deck, have been enjoying it. It's a lot of fun to play. The games where you get to go off are just a blast, just a fun time. So kind of going over the key pieces of the deck here, kind of what makes it tick. In the 2-drop slot, we have a bunch of ramp spells. You know, all we're doing here is just ramping up. We got 2-drop ramp creatures that are also elementals. This also counts as another land slot for us. Growth Spirals and Explorers. Then in the 3s, we got Gift of Paradise. It's been actually a pretty good card, you know, ramp and some life gain. And then also you can bring it back with Yorn. A lot of times against aggro with this deck, when you stabilize, your life total might be on the lower side. So having a few cards that gain you some life is usually enough for you to, you know, seal the game in your favor. For like elemental packages, our payoffs for playing elementals are Risen Reef and Omnath. And these two cards are just an insane amount of value that can help you pull ahead. And then what we're trying to ramp into for the aggro matchup, we got the Elder Gargoth. Cavalier of Thorns is great. It's a ramp spell in itself, which helps us get to these higher top ends, and it being a 5/6 reach, it's just a massive creature that gums up the board, swings for a lot, and it does give us some grinding. So because when it dies, we can get another actual threat back. Now Ghidorah. I'm not sure actually how good this card is, but I put it in that column. I don't know how good it is, but I know it's great. When you mutate into a Planeswalker or another one of your 5-drops or something, this card feels insane. When you mutate and hit one of our like 2-drop ranch creatures or something, it doesn't feel great. This is a slot you could definitely play around with. I could see this being just two more Gargoths, because this card is almost always good. The nice thing this does do is it can suit something up with flying. And in my testing games, I did win some games because I was able to give something flying and crunch in for a bunch of damage. So there is that. And then on the top end, we have Chandra. I think this card is pretty insane in this deck. And I really, really like it. This card is everything you want. Against control, it gives you a pretty good clock. Against aggro, it's a sweeper or a kill spell. You'll also note that its -3 says non-elementals, so it never hits our own board, which is insane as well. And then this brings us to Genesis Ultimatum. For me, this is the real reason to be playing this deck. This is more a Genesis Ultimatum deck than anything. When you get to 7 mana and get to cast this, it feels amazing. Since our deck is almost all permanents, right? We only have a couple non-permanent cards in our deck. It's usually pay 7 mana, put 5 permanents into play. And then if we're putting Omnaths and Risen Wreaths and Planeswalkers and Cavaliers, you know, we're also drawing cards and building advantage and stuff like that. And then lastly, we have Ugin. And Ugin is insanely good. It's one of our ways we can come back against a lot of decks when they overextend their board. If we've just played ramp spells for our first like 4 turns or something, then we might be able to just slam an Ugin and take over the game. Now the sideboard, what I'm currently running for the sideboard, we got a couple Tormod's Crypts. We have some healers. Let me see if it lets me organize them. It won't. Okay. We have 3 healers. I have 3 Bone Crusher Giants. Chandra, another Chandra 6 in the board for the aggro and control matchup. And then a couple Comas for the control matchup as well. And then I have a Nissa and a Ren in 7. Oftentimes, you know, we have to cut like some fluff cards against aggro and bring in some more stable cards. And then against control, you know, we also cut those cards. So yeah, this is the deck that we're going to be playing today, and hope you enjoy it. Alright, let's go ahead and play first here. Yeah, this hand's a little on the slow side, but I think it's fine. We have good mana, we have a Risen Reef, and we have some top-end spells, so hopefully we just, get to draw a little bit of ramp. Alright, our opponent plays a Breeding Pool. Okay, blue-green Merfolk. Not a deck you want a slow hand against by any means, but... Alright, let's go ahead and get a forest here. Through a ramp spell. I think we Risen Reef this turn. Take action. Enters tapped. Okay. Well, this turn I think we take 5. Just so. Play a land. Really get some value out of these reefs, and then we're gonna do this in hopes to ramp into an Ugin. So we have 7 lands. Okay. Well, definitely gonna chump this with a Risen Reef. We can't block the other ones because they have Island Walk. Well, I think Ugin is just about our only out here. And then we can Ugin for 3. If they have some kind of interaction for this Ugin, and that's the game. Well, our hand was just a little slow. We almost got there though. That Ugin resolves, and we're in it. This is definitely a bone crusher match. Okay, what do we not want against this deck? This card's probably too cute. We definitely want these. I think we want to go down Genesis Ultimatums. Because we don't need to go this big, right? We need to be clean and fast. So let's bring in, this is another sorcerer removal. And then let's bring in a Wrenn and 7. We're gonna jam like that. Makes a bit lower to the ground and everything. This is a fine hand. We're gonna keep 7 here. Fetch up our island. This turn we explore. Jam down the mountain. Some Merfolk, okay. We're gonna go land Risen Reef. Okay. Didn't draw land here, that's fine. See what our opponent has. I'm hoping we get to Omnath them for value next turn. So hopefully they have something not too insane. Okay. that stops us from omnizing them for value. Let's Cavalier. Steam Velts. Steam Velts into play. No attacks. Okay, well, he can't get in with Master of the Pure Trident. Okay. So we take 3 there. Okay. Chandra was an insanely good draw.
I know who I am, and no one is telling me what
3 damage.
Everyone knows the bigger explosions are more fun.
Perfect. That Chandra was insane. It dealing damage to non-elemental creatures is so good in our deck. Okay. Well, this turn, start things off with a growth spiral. In the tank. Okay, so they have 2 colorless. Okay. So let's plus our Chandra up.
No pressure.
Get the token. And then I think while they don't have blue mana, we're gonna double Bone Crusher. Get in there. That's fine. We have access to another Chandra. We got Ugin coming up soon. I think we're gonna get this one. Man, this Chandra was sweet this game. We're gonna play this on blue. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna plus this Chandra. And then we're gonna
a little sweaty.
Yes. Jam another Chandra. And they scoop it up. Alright. That game was sweet. Chandra's an insane card against any of these aggro decks. That might be something we add another copy of to the sideboard for the aggro matchup. This card has been very impressive in this deck. But I don't think we change anything about the sideboard plan, and we run it back. No. I don't think this hand quite gets us there. We have 2 coming to play tap lands. If this was an untapped land, I would consider it. I think we mulligan this. Okay, this hand's good. No blue mana, but we can make it work. Let's keep 6. And let's... Let's put the Risen Reef back. No 1-drop bodes well for the home team here. Okay, so this turn, I actually think I'm going to play my forest. I think we're going to start off with the Explore here. Play our additional land, and we pass. Okay, so we can... I think what we do is we play... Here we're going to play Gift of Paradise on the forest. Gain some life. Put down a land, and we're going to pass the turn. Next turn, we get to jam a Cavalier. Yeah, let's Cavalier. Land in play. This land. Pass the turn here. Hoping that this Cavalier slows down the ground enough, but I mean, they're gonna get to come in on any Murloc spell. Or Merfolk spell. So, yep. Yeah, we're gonna need to hit a pretty good draw here. Okay. Take a big hit. I think with this one, we just grab an island. I guess there's actually some argument to not grab an island here, but, oh, actually no, we have an island. The triumphs are islands. So what could we do here to not be dead? I don't think we have a line that doesn't kill us. Because, see, we play that, yeah. I play one creature and then I die. Well, that's no good. Alright, well, on to the next one. Okay, now we're gonna have to mulligan that hand. That hand is unplayable. Easy mulligan. Yeah, I'm in for this. Let's go ahead and keep. I think we put back Genesis Ultimatum. Keep the rest of this hand though. Jeskai. Maybe we're playing against Jeskai control? Might be what we're up against here. Drop. Ah, never didn't have it. Let's see here. Into 2 open mana. You know, I think I want to keep adding to my mana. Like, if I play this and they don't interact with it and I hit, this is way better. But I think it's just a Gift of Paradise on the Stomping Grounds. Okay. Jeskai Magnum Opus deck. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That makes 8. Torrential Gear Hulk, okay. Sure. Okay, so they kill all our stuff. I think we are a mana... No. Red, blue, blue. Okay. So I believe if I grab a forest, yep, I can cast Ultimatum. Let's see, view battlefield. How many untapped lands are we getting here? 1, 2, 3. Done. Here. And we drew 4 lands off it. Okay. Search for Rascanta. No attacks. Well, that's good for us. Play our Chandra.
Anyone who stands in my way is getting sizzled. Let's get toasty.
And we'll plus it here. No attacks. Okay.
All right, let's do this thing.
Okay. Draw 2 cards. Like this deck is feeling pretty sweet here. Like our opponent did this Magnum Opus thing and got a bunch of value, but we still, you know, are 100% feeling like we're in this game because of just how much value this deck has and how big it goes. Both these come in here, we just block the Gear Hulk. Okay. Well then, I think we plus our Chandra.
Is it just me, or is it getting a little warm in here?
We draw a card. Let's see, they have 3 mana open. There's a good chance that they have a hard counter spell here. How much mana do I have after an Ugin? 1, 2, 3, 5. So, I guess we're gonna start off like this. See if our opponent wants to interact with this card. Okay. Well, what about this card? Okay. They had the Archmage's Charm for that one. We will... let's see, they could double block and trade from one of them. Nah, I'd rather have my Omnath than trade it for a Gear Hulk. Okay. I got another Opus here. Let's see. They can hardcast it next turn, but they might have a way of just getting it out here. Just keep ticking up this Chandra. It'll kill them eventually. Okay, and our opponent scoops it up. They can't take the Temur Elementals. Okay, so against a control deck, this card doesn't quite feel like what we want to be doing. Another big old serpent that they, you know, can't deal much with. I don't think this is the Gargeth matchup. I think we want more effective value pieces here. They're probably going to bring in a bunch of counter spells, so how good are our ultimatums? Let's shave one for another Chandra. And Omnath is less good because they don't have creatures for us to get value off of. So I think we bring in another Chandra. And we, I think we run it like that. Let's see. Yeah. This hand's fine. We have ramp spells into Chandras. Can't be that bad. So I think this is going to be my first land here. Actually, with us drawing that, this for an island is going to be our first land. Get us our blue mana. And then this turn we pay 2 life. And we're going to growth spiral end of turn to put this mount, to put a land into play. A land on the battlefield. Okay, so we got a land here. Our opponent almost assuredly has counter spells. I don't really just want to run my Chandra into one. I think we start things off with an Explore. We play a land. And we Gift of Paradise a forest. Okay, see, they had the counter spell. They would have definitely used it. Now this way, we have ramped pretty far ahead here, and we can now jam out our 6-drop Chandra, because it is uncounterable.
Let's start at a sizzle. Aw, looks like someone's getting a little sweaty.
Okay. Well,
Those who cannot perceive hone your prowess.
We have quite the clock here. Okay. You know, I don't really plan to draw many other cards this turn. So this turn, let's see. Actually, yeah, I'm going to deal with that. So, X damage. Get your Narset off the table.
To finish you.
Let's see if they're cool with us having another Chandra. That's totally fine. Get down a Leafkin Druid. Play this as our land for turn. Okay, so they probably have a Torrential here. So I don't see any reason to run my ultimatum into a Torrential.
It's not too hot for you.
So let's just jam a Risen Reef. We get to draw a card. Put that into our hand. And we pass. If they Torrential, they give back the Unholy Heat. Oh, nope. Okay, Archmage's Charm. That's fine too. They draw 2 cards. Okay.
Right on.
Hero Darminaria.
We need to move quickly.
We are going to chump this. Question is, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I would rather have a Risen Reef than a Leafkin Druid. So we're gonna block. We are going to get this Teferi off the table here.
Utterly is the best way to destroy things.
So that we don't have to deal with that anymore. Now, which one of these do I want to try to resolve? I think an Ugin would be the best. But they're more likely to have a counterspell that can hit Ugin. So let's Yorn. Oh, I guess I could have reset my Chandra's loyalty counters here, huh? Guess I didn't think about that. Missed opportunity to reset this thing. Okay. Sure. Let's see. Next turn I get to Genesis Ultimatum and go crazy. I don't think I need a Risen Reef, so we're gonna actually block one here because I want to get another plus out of my Chandra here.
Let's get toasty.
This is 7. So I could trade an Ugin for their board, and then they have to race. But I think... yeah, you can draw a card. We're just gonna Genesis Ultimatum. Enters tapped. think we're just going to go 3 up top. And then we're going to do this to our island. Let's see. And then if I hit them for 4, they go to 10, 7, 4. Okay, now I think we're just going to hang back. Okay. Well, they're going to both swing in at the Chandra, which is fine. I don't know if they realize that they're basically dead. Right?
Don't know what's next.
Chandra's going to deal 3. Ugin's another 3. Yoren's another 4. So we have 10 damage that they have to answer. And if they tap out too low, we have a backup Ugin.
Ghost fire, my greatest creation.
This deck is sweet. We got there. We beaten Jeskai control. Let's go. Alright, be on the play here. Ooh. Let's see, we're on the play. We're gonna get another look at Explore. But then if we miss, we just lose. I think we mulligan. Okay. This hand is not much better, but I think we keep 6. Let's put a Fable Passaged back. We'll start things off with a Temple. Yeah, that's fine. Perfectly good card to ramp into. Goose. Okay, so we're playing as Jund Sacrifice, most likely. Trail of Crumbs. Kill your goose. Another Trail of Crumbs, that's fine. Cauldron Familiar, okay. Get an island. Pump up our Omnath more. I think we're just in the beatdown strategy this game. Bring back this, yeah. So they They have some ways to keep bringing their cat back for chumpies, but if I get a land next turn, I'll probably pump this up to 2 power so I can attack through a cat. Okay. See if they opt. They're probably gonna bring back the cat, sack the cat, kill the reef. Yep. Kill the reef. Let's crunch with these two. Okay. Blocks both. Doesn't block Omnath, okay. Okay. Get them to 12. Okay. Let's see. They bring back the cat. Okay, they're paying for their trail of crumbs. They get a land. And a Woe Strider. Okay. Opponent is in the tank, thinking it all through here. Goes to main phase 2. Still in the tank. Really just trying to figure out the most optimal line. Well, let's see. Let's use this to add a green. Play a Leafkin Druid while that's still alive. And then I think we're gonna crunch with our 2 guys again. Because they can chump. And they can kill our 1/1. Okay. They killed the 1/1. Okay, they fatal push our other one. Well, then we gonna recast on that and go 3 up top. Okay, Wolf Strider is here. Ooh, Mayhem Devil. Let's see, we have access to 6 mana. I think we actually suit up the Cavalier because he can sack and kill anything else. But he can't do... Come on across for 6. Okay. So that's 2. If they sack their whole board to kill this, I think that's good for me. Okay. Let us get... With how low they're getting... Well, if I just draw a land, right? Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but that probably won't be alive. I think we just... Yeah. Let's just get another Omnath. This game is gonna be close. Okay. Paying 5. Are they bringing back their Woe Strider? Meat hooks for 3. Okay. Meat hooking for 3. Not great for us. And now they can get back their Cauldron Familiar. last turn. I mean, they've probably, that meat hook probably brought them back into this game. I think there was things I could have done differently this game. Oh, there's the cauldrons. So we got cauldrons and cats. That's probably good enough. Cauldron, cat, mayhem, devil. 2 ovens. So, yeah. Alright, let's go to the next game. They definitely got us from here. Okay. So, against their deck, we don't want those. We do want another Chandra. And then I think we bring in this Chandra. The question is, do we want Tormod's Crypts? It's good against Cat. It's good against Woe Strider. It's hard to use against Cat, though, because the timing on it is always awkward. So, like, I think maybe we try to be a little bit more efficient and we cut down on 2 ultimatums and bring in 2 crypts and we jam like this. Alright, let's play first. Mulligan that hand. Yeah, I guess we keep this one. See, we're gonna keep 6. Let's put back one of these. Tap land, go. This is probably going to be a land for us this game. They have a lot of ways to deal with a 1-1. So having a 1-1 that can ramp us isn't the best. Let's see. Okay. With us drawing our next land, and now I will play it out as a creature. Because now next turn we can go Risen Reef into hopefully into Cavalier into Chandra. Okay, they get a squirrel. That's fine. To get down our reef. Didn't hit a green land with it. Okay. Opponent. It's got a goose and a squirrel. Okay. They Maelstrom Pulse our reef. And they're probably going to get in there for 1. Okay. What do we draw? Well, let's see. It eats a food if I do that. Yeah, Let's trade a food. I'm fine with this. They can pump up their squirrel, but then they don't have a food token. They burn the mana. Hopefully next turn we can draw green land. If we draw an untapped green source next turn, we are doing very good. No blocks. They can pump it. Do this and activate your trail. Yeah. Got themselves a mayhem. Okay. Untap green source. Let's go. That's definitely not the green source that we wanted. Okay. Pretty much have to hit the green source next turn if we want to have a shot at this. Okay. Okay, we have to draw it this turn. We didn't get there. Shame. Alright. Okay. Yeah, gonna go ahead and keep this hand here. This is a good hand. Play land, pass. Explore. They're probably the Sultai ramp deck. Play a Leafkin Druid and pass. And then next turn we can Growth Spiral into Risen Reef. Right, is that a doable thing? I think we need... Yeah, so we go 1, 2, Growth Spiral. Into Risen Reef. Okay. Okay. And it's gonna tutor some stuff up here. Let's see, we're gonna have 6 mana next turn. And play a Cavalier and then into a Genesis Ultimatum. And their ultimatum. Okay. Well, in And they might hit our Cavalier here. But hopefully we can... Well, if they hit Cavalier, then we can just Risen Reef. Okay. Hit you for 1. Pass turn. Then in a turn, I'm going to Growth Spiral. Okay. Spatfield, you may cast. Okay, so they're going to cast an Ultimatum. Let's see which ones they get here. There is a good chance the next turn we might just Ugin for 7. But we need to hit a land to do that. So hopefully across 2 draws we do find a land. Let's see what they grab with this Ultimatum. Okay. Ooh. So if I give them this, yeah, shuffle. Shuffle the Epiphany back in. Let's see, they're probably gonna make a copy of this. And then they can final parting or Thoughtseize me. Not sure which modes they chose there. Okay, so we're back to trying to cast this. Our opponent chose to do nothing. Well, and we win because our opponent doesn't know how to play their deck. Happens. Okay. So against Sultai, we just need to go bigger constantly. So I don't think this is an Elder matchup. It's probably a Coma matchup. Tormod's Crypt seems like it would be good in certain scenarios, right? When they have their Sphinx. But if they don't have that exact thing, then Tormod's Crypt does not seem very good. What are other cards we can cut here? Omnath's not great because they don't have good targets for it. Probably go down a gift. And then let's go up a Chandra. up a Renin 7. We just need very good high threat density. Okay. This hand's fine. It's not the best hand, but you know, we get to cycle. We get to do other things, so ooh, they're gonna duress our growth spiral. That's not good for us. Explore is an excellent draw. And we'll put a temple in. Put that on the bottom. I'm just gonna Gift of Paradise this forest. That's the turn. Okay. They have an elder. Well, it's gonna enter tapped. Put that into our hand and pass. They're probably gonna take an extra turn here. This might make a 3/3. Oh, nope. They have to draw a card. Okay. Explore. They land. And they pass. Okay. Well, let's go for the ultimatum and see if they have counter magic. If they do, now if they have a removal spell, we're dead. Okay, they have it. Let's go to game 3. Okay, let's be on the play here. This is a fine hand. We have ramp. We have stuff to ramp into. We have colors. Pass turn. Okay, they cultivate. See what land we draw here. Possibly go up to 5 mana. Okay, I think this turn play Omnath first. And then for 3, take action, enters tapped. Put a +1/+1. Just tapped. +1/+1. Crunch. Just get some good quality pressure. Let's see. Here we have 5, 6 mana. We play this land at 7. Well, not 7. We have a 7th land down. Planning for next turn. So I think we put a land into play. Pop up the Risen Reef. I think we cast a Chandra, and this is actually just going to be a -6. Get their creature off the board, and we're just going to crunch for 7. I can't Epiphany. Okay. And we killed him on board. Sweet. Alright, we're on the play. Yeah, this hand's alright. I'm in. Alright. Our opponent figured out what they're doing. So, fine land, passing the turn. Mountain. Okay, we're playing against red aggro. Go forest. I don't need this as another land, so we're gonna run it out. I'm fine with them spending a card on it. Yeah, that's completely fine with me. Ooh, yes. Let's play this. Help preserve our life total a little bit here. That was good, because that allows us to play our Gargoth next turn, and we're at a pretty high life total. Now we take 3 here. With a Gargoth about to come down, I think we just take 3. Can you beat it, opponent? Okay. Sure. Well, it's 5. It's pay 2. Let's suit it up. Take action. Enter tapped. Swing, swing. Gain 3. And I think we got there. We're pretty far ahead at this point. Yep. And they scoop it up. Alright, sideboard. Let's get these ultimatums out of here. Let's get these out of here. Bring in the removal and lower in threats. I think this is the matchup we want these 1-drops in as well. All right, let's jam like that. Ooh, I think we mulligan this hand. It just doesn't do anything against mono red. If they have a slightly fast hand, we just die. Mulligan 5. Okay, we're keeping a 5. We put back this and this, I think. That's what we were doing. This is for sure a land here. Yep. Land pass. Shock. Do they have another spell? Yep. Powers up the Lava Runner. Well, we are going to land, explore. Put that in the play tapped. We take 2. They light up the stage. It's pretty good. We're gonna go to 9, and they're gonna play another wizard. Oh, I guess they'll play it next turn. Cancel. Put that on that. Gain 3. Run out this 1/1. Okay. They shock the 1/1. Alright, well, if we can top deck action, we're still in this. If we top deck just lands, we're probably dead. Land. See, we have 5. This would be 6. Okay, well, go opponent. Let's see if you have the burn spell to kill us. Do they have the burn spell? So this is 5, 6, 7 mana, yeah. We're gonna Yarn. Gain some life back. We're still dead to a burn spell. Last turn I should have played the breeding pool in tapped. Yep. We're gonna block. Goblin, okay. Well, we go to 2. Still don't have it. Yeah, this was a pretty big mistake, not getting this Ugin down here. Because I think that means we die. Yeah, if I would have played this last turn, then we could have gotten Ugin down here and shot this. And then we could block that go to 1, and then we'd have to top deck life gain. So, all right, well, let's go to game 3. Yeah, I don't think there's any changes I want to make. All right. On the play this time. Ooh, this hand is a green source away from being perfect. Yeah. Keep 6. Put back the passage. It's not the most exciting hand, but I think it's probably better than any 5 we would keep. Tapped. Okay. Next turn, we can get down my Omnath. Ooh. That's a good Omnath target. Ouch. Goodbye, friend. In. I want to draw a land this turn. Okay. Well then. They're not exuding a whole bunch of pressure, and I think we just want to try to hit land drops. So let's play Risen Reef. Let's play this as a land for turn. Because if we can just hit land drops, this Chandra should take over the game. Yeah, we'll just take 2 here, no blocks. Clearly don't have a burn spell because they would have played it main phase 1. They might have a light up the stage, but this would have enabled that as well. Okay, well then we're gonna Omnath. Get rid of this. Tapped. Kill that. No attacks. Okay, Firebrand, sure. Let's see. I'm going to take 4 here. I'll go to 9. They have 1 card in hand. I Chandra. And I have a Risen Reef. I think I'd rather keep the Reef around to do something post Chandra here. Hoping this is a blank. Chandra.
Stay back.
-3. I think we hold this back in case they have another hasted creature. This is actually a pretty good draw for us. Can't believe they had a burn spell this whole time. Okay. Well. Take action there. This enters tapped. Put this into our hand. Crunch for 1. Chandra still should be enough for us to take away the game here, because now next turn we can Yorin, we can draw cards, we can gain life. I think they have a burn spell here because they're targeting our stuff. Yeah, that's fine. And they just concede. Alright. Alright. Coming back from our matches and thinking them over, I think they overall went pretty good. After that Merfolk match, right, that's when I decided to make the change to add the 3rd Chandra in the board. Now, things to think about this deck going forward. This Ghidorah, I still am not sold on. It could actually, I could see cutting 1 Ghidorah for this 3rd Chandra that's in the board, because there's so many games where all you want is to hit Chandra, and it's good against the control decks because they can't counter it, and the plus is a clock. It's good against the aggro decks. The only thing it's not great against is like it's combo decks, but we don't have great interaction for a lot of combo decks out there anyways. Other than that, you know, I like the way the deck feels and runs. I think if I was going to make any changes, it'd be there. I think the sideboard could need some fine-tuning, but the hard part with playing a deck where you're built around Genesis Ultimatum that I've found is you can't put too many spells in here, because then your ultimatums start to miss. So if you're going to bring in spells, like against like control, right, we'd love counter spells, but if we bring in counter spells, then our Genesises miss more and they're not as potent. So most matchups I just like the going bigger and then slimming down against aggro. I think there's a chance against aggro we might want to slim down even more, and have your sideboard almost entirely for the aggro matchup, because the control matchup already feels pretty good, and then you can really slim down, you know, maybe cut some of these ramp spells that aren't as good, bring in more removal, maybe a Storm's Wrath to have an earlier sweeper, and stuff like that. But overall, deck felt pretty good. If you liked the video, please, you know, like and subscribe to the channel. I plan to do more. So thank you for tuning in today, and have a good one.